Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
All right. Basement Boy Banner, episode 119, live and in full effect. I'm Thor, that's Brian. And we have audio. All right, how y'all doing today? It's some dogs are idiots.
Where are we even going?
Where are we going with this? Oh yeah, it's been a while since we've done this. I forgot how to do this. We haven't done it in a minute. Well, I'm glad to be back. We got nothing really to talk about, so we just figured with such little amounts of news, let's shoot a video and really see what's going on.
Really see where the world takes us, you know?
Yeah, right. We'll just kind of see where this road travels. So there was one thing. I've been watching the new Star Wars Resistance show.
How is that?
It's not bad. It's not Rebels. It's definitely no Clone Wars, but it's not terrible. I watched the first 3 episodes. The first 2 episodes like one episode. It's 40 minutes long.
Okay.
But it's like 2 episodes. Because then if you watch episode like 5, it's technically episode 4.
Okay.
I don't know. It's really weird the way they're like numbering the episodes on TV. It's like throwing me off because there is no like. There's episode 1, and then there's episode 3.
Okay,
and
so
then for some reason it goes episode 5. Don't ask me. I'm really weirded out by the whole. So I watched the first 3 episodes. The first one is like a 2-parter, and then the second one's kind of like its own standalone part. Which was the cool part about it is I actually do like the animation style. It's very CG, like very CG, but it's almost like cel shaded CG. You know what I'm saying?
I think I understand.
Yeah. So,
what you're saying.
And it follows what's his name? Kaz, I think his name is like the main protagonist, who's now a spy, and he gets dropped off not in the outer limits, but like some weird sector of the galaxy, like an unknown sector or whatever. And it's like a base that's like in the water, but it's full of pretty much like the best pilots in the galaxy. And they have like these races there. It's kind of strange. Like I said, I'm only 3 episodes in. And like the first episode or the first 2 episodes, Poe Dameron takes him to this place, drops him off. It's like, you're a spy for me now. The First Order's kind of like building. So this takes place post Jedi, before Force Awakens. Luke's gone, and the Resistance is kind of like in its infancy, and then so is kind of the First Order. They're like, I think they're amassing at this point,
right?
But you do see Phasma, I think, at the end of the 3rd episode, and it's a decent show. I mean, there's not a lot as I'm thinking back on it. The funniest part was in the first 2 episodes. There was this on-running gag where I can't remember his friend's name, but it's this green alien dude, and he hears him say he's like the best fighter pilot in the galaxy. Well, literally the whole base thinks this dude's like the best pilot in the galaxy, and then he has to take on the daughter of the dude who runs it. I think his name's like Captain Daz or something like that. And he ended up racing his daughter because like the only thing they have to do there is like these races, and they do them. They're like betting on them. It's pretty interesting. Some of it I was like, I'm surprised this is a kid's show. Because it was more adult, you know what I mean? But It's Star Wars, so it didn't really surprise me that much because they're kind of made for all ages of the fandom,
right?
At this point,
most money that
and
way,
right? And I mean, yeah, the more quadrants you can hit, the more money you can print, right? Oh god, that's a
baby,
hot with the quips today.
Yeah, buddy.
So I like it. I mean, maybe we'll check it out at some point. Little Man seems to like it a lot. You know, Aaron even seemed pretty interested for a while. Well, no, she watched I think more than I did.
Really?
I think I started falling asleep at one point.
Not surprising.
Nah, me falling asleep watching things.
I thought you were conking out by the 3rd episode of
No,
Thunder.
I was, and we'll get to that. No, that's a different video. Thundercats. But yeah, so Disney's, got back at it with another animated Star Wars show that I like. I don't love it, but I didn't love Rebels in the beginning either.
Right.
But I think I'm more on board with this going forward than I was, because it's a different time period and they can show different things, and we're finally away from like in between 3 and 4 time period, which I'm kind of liking that. Like, let's get away from
new stuff.
Yeah, let's get into some new things, new characters, new worlds, places, you know, stuff like that excites me. So but Disney, like I said, full steam ahead. They now have named their streaming service. It's called Disney Play. They've said they still haven't set the price point yet, but they said they're going to come in below Netflix.
Ooh.
Netflix is $8 to $14.99, so they could have a tiered. But it could be like 7 to 10 is their tier, right?
Just undercut them $1.
Yeah, really. I mean, cheaper is cheaper, right?
Right.
Now, on the Fox front, they've cleared another hurdle. Like, the European Council has said that like it can go through. So now they've got another, you know, notch in their belt towards actually acquiring Fox. They have to sell off all the sports channels, so all the FSNs, they have to sell those, and then they have to dissolve some stuff in Europe or something that I didn't understand when I read the article. But we're one step closer to it becoming like reality,
Right.
and it's slated to be finished. The deal be done like early 2019.
Okay, wow.
And Disney Play is going to kick off early 2019. They haven't said what classic titles will be on there, but for sure what's going to be on there: The Mandalorian by Jon Favreau with a bunch of different directors. I think he's got Dave Filoni coming in to direct an episode, who does all the animated stuff. He's got a couple other people coming in to direct episodes, but he's kind of like the showrunner. And that'll follow a Mandalorian that we don't know, so it's not going to follow Boba Fett, but it'll follow Mandalorian like on their journey. Then you got standalone shows for Loki and Scarlet Witch, I want to say.
I think that's what you said last time.
And then Falcon and Winter Soldier are going to get like a buddy show on there as well. So you got all that content coming. Then they're going to do a reboot of High School Musical, which, I mean, I'm honestly there for that. And then they really haven't announced what classic stuff will be on there. But I would be shocked if you didn't have like all the 90s stuff. So like Chippendales Rescue Rangers, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, did I say Tailspin?
No.
Tailspin. All that goodness. Kim Possible, I would imagine, is going to be on there.
Yeah.
A lot of classic Disney stuff. All the Marvel movies, everything Star Wars. They're going to put the last season of Clone Wars, like a new season. That's going to be exclusive to that as well. So they're really banking on, it's going to be one of Disney's top priorities in 2019.
Right.
That's what Bob Iger said at one point in the article I was reading, or was quoted as saying in the article I was reading. So I'm excited. I don't know that I'm going to buy it. It's kind of like where I'm at with DC Universe. Although, no, let me rephrase that. I'm definitely going to buy the Disney one.
Right.
Because the Star Wars and Marvel stuff. The DC stuff, I've been on the fence. I would love for someone to tell me, are you part of the DC Universe streaming system? Do you like it?
Yeah.
How is it like? How does it work? Is it user friendly? Is the quality good? Is everything in 1080? Does Batman the Animated Series look as good as it should look? Let us know, because I'm this close to purchasing it, but I just haven't pulled that trigger. I downloaded it on my phone, and I was like one day like about to do it, and I just didn't do it.
Like,
well, and I don't know what else it's available on.
Right.
I don't want it just on my phone. Can I get it on my Fire Stick? Can I get it on my PlayStation 4? I'm pretty sure I haven't checked, so let me know, because I'm lazy. But yeah, so what do you think? Are you gonna do the Disney Play?
I want to really bad, but at the same time, I'm kind of the same spot where I'm like, kind of where you are with DC, in the sense that I'm like, this is what's gonna sell it. This will be like the deal breaker, is what they announce is on it.
What's the classic content? What's the back catalog?
What can I play in the background while I'm doing stuff?
Well, you won't have anything R-rated.
Right.
Like, that's all the adult content will go to Hulu, they've said. And you will have, I don't know, it really depends. I mean, I would love to see what the back catalog is that they're going to bring into it. That's, I think, going to be kind of the make or break it moment for me, is what's the back catalog look like. So if the back catalog is extensive, and depending upon what Fox stuff they put on there, but that's where you start to run a real fine line, because Fox has a lot of adult content, like more adult themed content that they've said they're not going to put on the streaming service. So I don't know, does that add a secondary tier where you can like pay this much to get the adult content? No, think about it. What wouldn't that be just something Disney would do?
Oh, for sure.
You know, or a company in general would do, you know? Like, okay, so it's not on there regularly, but if you pay enough money, we'll let you access it.
Right.
I could see that in a year, you know? Because think about they have deals with like Netflix and Hulu and stuff where I think they get like $300 million a year just from those streaming services streaming their properties. If they could even get 2 million subscribers, I mean, exponentially you're making more money than that,
way
right?
More, yeah.
Like way more money. Plus then the original content you could put out. I mean, and you take just Disney fans, Star Wars fans, and Marvel fans, 3 of the most ravenous fan bases there is. And I'm talking about like hardcore Disney fans, which there's a lot. There's a ton. That alone right there could give you a few million subscribers
easily,
you know. And then you factor in kids and families and stuff who just, you know, especially because they start pulling all their stuff off everything else.
Right.
Hulu will still have some of it because I think they have a controlling interest in Hulu.
Okay. Yeah.
Because like Disney, ABC, like they all bought in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
they're all like partial owners. I think even Fox was a partial owner. So Disney becomes, I think, even a majority owner now of Hulu, as well as having that play system, or that play platform. So it'll be really interesting because we're really getting down. We've talked about it. We've been talking about it, I think, for at least a year, the streaming wars, and it's coming to that point where like, what ends up getting cut out? You know, because are you going to have WWE Network, Netflix, Hulu, DC Universe, and Disney Play, and Amazon Prime Video, maybe?
Right.
Funimation, Crunchyroll. I mean, whatever. Like,
it's like too much.
And let's just say the average is $10 a piece. That's $80 a month.
Might as well get cable.
What was the cable bill you wanted to get away from?
Right.
Like $20 more than that. And now you're still paying the cable company for the internet that you have to use to stream all of this stuff. So now what with with net neutrality being gone, what if all of a sudden now we have tiered plans for your internet service? So you stream a crap ton. I wouldn't even want to know what my usage per month is here. We don't even watch network. We don't even have regular television. And literally everything we watch is streaming. So if you're talking about a cap, then that becomes, you know, where does it stop? Yeah, where does it stop? Where does it stop? Shazam's getting some reshoots. Oh, that's probably scheduled. They happen with every movie. It's not a big deal. I don't think there's any reason to get up in arms about it. Which of the Marvel shows are you most excited for? Loki, Scarlet Witch, or Buddy Cop, Falcon, and Winter Soldier?
That's gotta be the one I'm most interested to see what's happening. Right. You know what I mean?
When does the Loki one take place? Yeah. I hope it's while Thor's gone. In between where he's like Odin.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But then they'd have Anthony Hopkins in that. That becomes an expensive show at that point because he would have to be Anthony Hopkins quite a bit, wouldn't he?
Well, I'm sure there's someone who's close enough that we wouldn't even notice.
Like, I really wonder when that series ends up taking place. Yeah. So
there's a lot of questions.
There's many of questions. So one of the things that I am very, 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 very excited to announce is WrestleMania is 99.999% sure coming to Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA Bank Stadium, 2020, April 2020.
Oh, yeah.
The Basement Boys will be in attendance. Will we not, Brian? I want your commitment right here on camera, live on YouTube, that you and me are going to WrestleMania.
Probably.
Okay, one of the Basement Boys for sure will be at WrestleMania and NXT. I can guarantee you of those two things. I will do everything it takes to get to those two shows. Once in a lifetime experience. Something I've been dreaming about for years. Ever since US Bank Stadium opened and they talked about bringing WrestleMania here, I didn't care about the Super Bowl. I don't care about Final Four.
Get out of here.
I don't care about any Monster Jams or anything else. But if you bring WrestleMania to the state of Minnesota, it is going to be bananas. Bananas. And I want to shout out here, Cultaholic. If you guys fly over from England, you need a place to crash, shoot some videos, holler at your boy. I'll help you guys out. So, you know, we got a studio. I got a couple of couches, you know, especially some space for Jack and Ross and even Pachiti. So,
holy cow.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to be helpful.
Shameless plugs
towards other YouTubers.
That's
you
fair.
know,
That's
if they
fair.
want to fly,
We're just trying to
fly
help.
over. I'm just trying to be helpful. I'm just a helpful
Not looking
individual.
for a rub.
Nah. So yeah, that's it really. I mean, that's all we had to talk about, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know, Disney likes to dominate all of these news segments we do now.
They do. They really do. Oh, Aquaman comes out this month. Fantastic Beasts comes out this month. Which one are you more excited for? Fantastic Beasts or Aquaman?
I'm going to say I'm more excited for Aquaman, but I'll probably like Fantastic Beasts better. If I had to guess, considering where DC is right now.
And
on
just the weird
chart.
stuff that's happening. Is Henry Cavill still Superman?
Right.
What movie's coming out after Wonder Woman? Like, they've delayed everything, pushed back, stopped production on a lot of stuff. There's just, it's
So
a
much
really
up in the air.
weird space. I want to know what's next for Marvel. I really, Marvel, we're going to get
I mean, at this point, do you think, I mean, is
when do we get the Avengers 4 trailer? Predictions. It comes out in May. Avengers 4 comes out in May of next year, 2019. It is November. Yes, I just counted those on my fingers. 7 months from now.
It's hard to say. I mean, December makes the most sense because that's when people are going to movies.
What's a big? Do they have anything big coming out holiday season? Disney
don't
itself.
ask me. I don't pay attention.
Mary
enough
Poppins.
anymore.
I think Mary Poppins comes out.
When's Nutcracker come out?
That's not big. That can't be. The Nutcracker.
Is
and
that
the 4,
coming?
Yeah. That. Well, I'd assume definitely before Christmas time.
Right, but it's right in the time slot they'd want to hit.
It is. It's true. That's true. When's the? No, the Aladdin movie's like next summer.
Ooh, yeah. That's like a ways out.
They can't wait till the Super Bowl.
I don't think
That's February.
Although we said the same thing about Star Wars and that trailer. Those trailers were late, weren't they? Or was
No,
it,
that was Solo. Remember Solo?
Solo was super
But
late.
Solo still dropped. That came out in what? May.
It was only like a month or two before the freaking movie.
No, it was like October. I could pull it up. Like the first, it was right on the verge of this time,
After
like
we're
October,
done taping,
November.
you should pull it up because I think you're
I will.
wrong.
I will. Like, share, subscribe. Face my banner. Till the next one. You know what to do. You know where to do it. Say goodbye, Brian.
Goodbye, Brian.
Deuces.